Hello and welcome to ProDivinity 1111. Sorry about the delay. I've been out of commission for a couple months, I'd say, but I'm back. So we're gonna get started. Let's do a Celtic cross for Earth signs, okay? All the decks are shuffled already. We're gonna get started. I'll just do a little bit on the camera so you can get some satisfaction of the shuffle, so to speak. But again, remember, this is general. We're gonna get a couple oracle cards and a couple Archangel Michael cards just for guidance as themes. And then, again, as always, take what resonates. Don't try to force fit it. And for personal readings, you know how to get in touch. Just email me. So let's see. We're gonna open these in a little bit. Let's do a Celtic cross. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth signs. What's going on? What do we have to look forward to? What's happening in the next 30 days? These are general energies. Take the advice if you feel like it. Your free will is the main driver. You are the driver of your life, okay? So just take what makes sense. All right, let's get started. What is at the heart of it all? What's the core energy for my Earth signs? You have Knight of Swords, impatience. What's crossing it? Three of Cups, impatience to celebrate. At the bottom, we have the King of Cups. Sorry, just trying to see if you can get it. Yep. Where we're coming from. Seven of Swords. Crowning the Earth signs. By the way, I am an Earth sign myself, so I will say us. Crowning us with a Tower, new beginnings. What's coming forward is near future is the Page of Wands. How are you showing up as the Three of Swords? Supporting energies, surrounding energies of the world. Very good. In hopes and fears, we got the Seven of Cups. Just doing a quick check. We're gonna have to scoot these down. And probable outcome. And this is intended for July, but 30 days from now, whenever you see it, my intent is to look at what's happening in July. You can start from now or whenever you are meant to see this. So here we go. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, clarity, new ideas, clarity of thought overall. That's what this says. And the Three of Wands, kind of been waiting for something to come in. You did let something go in order to grab the fourth one. The Four Wands is what leads to the ultimate happiness. So you have to let something go to open your arms to receive something new. And then the Lovers. Again, this could be literally about a partner, or it could be about a major life decision. Lovers also represents the major life decision. So let's see. Let's see what Archangel Michael is telling us. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make helpful life changes. You're in the right path, and the situation is already resolved. So the Seven of Swords and the Tower situation that we're looking at over here, the situation is already resolved. I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this fill-in-the-blank situation in a divinely perfect way. So that's what Archangel Michael is telling us. And then looking at Oracle Angels, we have Life Review and Divine Order. Look at how these go together. Life Review says, take inventory. I just need to see if I'm showing you correctly. Okay. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Again, it's going with you're on the right path. And then we have Divine Order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. look past the illusion and see underlying order. So I think this for me is the biggest message that I'm getting over here, because the energies I see, usually earth signs don't have that many swords, but we got 3 sword cards here, especially this one at the center. And remember how I started the reading with saying there's a lot of impatience, and I'm also speaking very, very fast today. That kind of tells me the underlying energies are just like about had it. There's been too much waiting around and there's a lot of impatience. But this card right here is reminding us that everything is how it needs to be right now, okay? Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. Do not rush into things. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm gonna, you know, with me, take a deep breath. All right, just need to calm down and slow down the energies so the right insights can come forward. Great. All right. So what do we have here? There is restlessness at the core of the energies for earth signs in July. And again, I can be bold to say it is not just for earth signs. For everybody, it kind of seems like there is a lot of impatience because we've been in a very different world. Things have been completely uncertain, and it can be to a point where it creates those anxieties saying, what next? When can I move on from this? When are things going to get better? So know that that's the general energy. That's the planetary. You can read into astrology and how all the planets are, you know, retrograding and clashing. I don't personally do astrology. I'm not good at it, but I do follow a lot of those excellent readers. So I know there's a lot of impatience in the surroundings. So it's just a reminder, it's like, just watch out if you feel rushed, if you feel impatient, if you feel angry, if you are watching your emotions really erratic. Just, you know, slow down, take a deep breath, let it go, and think through, because at the end of the day, there's a lot to celebrate in life. You know, if you're happy, you're healthy, you have a roof over your head, you have food at the table, there is so much to be thankful for. And that's what I feel like, you know, the divine energies or tarot is reminding us to be here. Is like, really celebrate the small moments in life. You know, let the small things that bother you go, and really look at the, you know, the beauty of what we have today. So you, at the underlying, you do have King of Cups, which is, you know, it's about really, again, it goes with emotions. Cups are emotions, right? So it's really telling us that we need to ground ourselves and take control of our emotions. All kings, you know, rule their kingdom, and you can say, you know, you rule your life, your home, whatever that might be. You may be a boss, but the kings usually are very much in control of their emotions, okay? They don't make emotionally charged decisions. And that's what, at the bottom of at the bottom, or at the center, you know, you are in control of your emotions. So I would say harness that energy, like really understand to see the emotion, but not to become the emotion, right? That's what this is telling us. And you're coming from a 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is a, you know, traditionally it's seen as, if it pertains to other people, it's seen as the liar, cheater, trickster kind of card. But when I read tarot, or when I read for anybody, I read for them, not the external elements per se. So I don't read other people in your reading. I would read the energy of every card as it pertains to you. So when you're coming from a 7 of Swords, it's about trying to gather what you can and cut your losses. That's the message I'm getting here. Is like, you walked away from something where you didn't quite have all the cards in your hands, but you made the decision to like walk away from a troublesome situation. So that's coming out of your past, right? Gathering what you can and just leaving behind what's not crucial and just moving forward, but being careful of not getting tripped, of not getting trapped by anything, okay? So that's how I see you. This is where you're coming from. And, this is the, I would say, when we say underlying energies, or the bottom of your reading is the heart center. The crowning is your mind, your active intellect, your brain. So in your mind, you actually clearly, removing all the emotions aside, you clearly know whatever the situation has got to change. It is not built on a solid foundation, whether it be your job, your relationship, your health scenario, your lifestyle habits, whatever that may be. There's a lot of falsities, if that's a word in it, and you know it. Like, it is not a hunch, you actually know it, that something needs to change. And generally, Tower is a major arcana. When this shows up, it's telling us that the energies are supportive of a big, quick, swift change. The only caution here is, you know, it just depicts like there's a fire and things tumbling down. That's not what it means. What it means is anything that's built on shaky grounds is actually gonna, or false pretense is gonna come down. Now, the biggest thing here, remember I said free will. It is your free will. Either you take this in your own hands and meticulously take the action to solve it, or the universe takes the action. And that event is when it tends to be drastic, because, you know, we're trying to close our eyes and not to look at the situation, but then the universe has to move things around. So that's what this card is. It usually represents new beginnings. It represents getting rid of what doesn't work and building something new, whether you'd like to be an active participant in it, which is, you know, the right way to do it. So you control the pace and the changes, or if not, then the divine does intervene and do it for your best, right? So that's what this is saying, because you are coming in the near future. You're showing up as the Page of Wands, and this is like some new spark, some creativity, some imagination, something new that you're walking towards. And it is small, it is new, because its pages are like, you know, I would say not big significance like the Kings or any major arcanas. They're just the beginning. So there's a seed, there's a new idea that's brewing that you're working towards. You do show up as the Three of Swords, and which is like, you know, the heartbreak card. And it's funny, I saw this before when I was shuffling, and the thing that came to my mind is like, oh my God, this is such a drastic looking card with like a bleeding heart. And the next thing that came to me was like, it's actually not like a heartbreak. I don't get that energy here, because I feel this is something a little bit less involved than a relationship, is how I get it. And again, it could very much be a relationship, but I don't see it that way. But this here is like you're showing as somebody who's a little disappointed. I'm not gonna say heartbroken, I'm not getting that feeling, but this is more a disappointment card. So you are a little disappointed in what you had to walk away from. You're impatient, you don't like how things are going. So overall, and you know that things are really not as stable, or they're not built on the right foundation. So you're a little disappointed overall. That's how you're showing up. But if you look at what's in your environment or how the universe is supporting you, you have the World card, which means, you know, all elements are there, right? But it's the end of a cycle and it's the beginning of a new. So these two kind of go together. And again, they're major arcanas, the Tower and the World. Tower talks about closing of something quickly, drastically, if you don't do it, or dramatically, and then starting something new. And so does the World card. So the energies are there really for a very strong new beginning. And in your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Cups. The funny thing is, because this is like a small seed, Seven of Cups can sometimes be a card of confusion, or it can sometimes represent too many opportunities. Like once you let this heavy energy go, you'll have so many opportunities that you'll have a hard time picking. So that's what's in your, like, you know, fears. But again, from the hope side, there's plenty to choose from. You could pick your direction and what you want to go in. Because guess what? At the end of it, you do achieve happiness. Nine of Cups is the happiest card. Well, Sun is the happiest, but in the minor arcana, it's pretty much like a wish fulfillment card. This guy or gal, however you want to read it, has plenty of drinks, plenty of food, is having a great time, is having a feast, and just sitting back and enjoying life because, you know, they've taken the action and done what they wanted to. So I see it's a transition. I see transitions here, moving on for something that doesn't work, building something new, while, you know, being really on top and in control of your emotions and not letting your emotions control you, and walking towards something new, acknowledging there have been disappointments, but now let the past be in the past and move on and pick some new opportunities and find your wish fulfillment. So I hope this helps. I will see you next month and have you, you know, probably not be as delayed as I was this time. So wishing you much love and light. Take care. Bye.